Let me ask you something. Do you want to be smarter, more focused, or energetic? We may have a solution for you. It's called Modafinil. Originally intended for people with narcolepsy, Modafinil has many benefits on a person's mental ability. Studies have shown Modafinil helps improve many cognitive domains.
Almost sounds too good to be true. A prescription medication that keeps you focused and awake for days at a time without the jitters of caffeine, with no crash, no serious side effects, at least none they've discovered yet. It is called Provigil, and although it was created to treat sleep disorders, off-label use has skyrocketed, and ABC's Dan Harris shows us why.
They say that we can only access 20% of our brain. This lets you access all of it.
The idea is so tantalizing they made a movie about it. In Limitless, Bradley Cooper plays a down-and-out writer who starts taking a new drug and poof.
A tablet a day, and I was limitless.
This notion of better living through chemistry,
What's your secret? Medication.
it may seem utterly fantastical. But not so, says Dave Asprey, a successful executive. He often gets up at 4:45, pops a pill, prepares breakfast for his 2 children.
Really? There you go.
Then gallops into his high-pressure job as vice president of a billion-dollar internet security firm.
This can be the difference between I'm just making it through the day to I had like the best day of my life.
The drug is called Provigil.
We want to take you into a kind of secret society, a hidden edge discovered by some very successful Americans. We discovered sales of a little pill are not just booming. We have traced a 74% increase in these sales in 4 years. So what is it? Does it work? And what is the risk? Here's ABC's Dan Harris.
They are all around us, a secret society of the successful. The lobbyist who wakes up at 5 for 2 full workouts before work.
It's amazing. I just don't get it why more people don't know about it.
The computer programmer who can now write code for 12 hours at a time.
It helps you focus up for exceptionally long periods of time.
And the brain researcher finding connections nobody else is seeing.
It's just a clear day. The fog isn't there.
And they all say they owe it to this drug, Provigil. It's only approved for narcolepsy, sleep apnea, or for people who work irregular hours. But many people are now taking it for an off-label use to boost energy and focus. The drug, which excites the mind so much it's been nicknamed Viagra for the brain, is quietly being used by military pilots, pro athletes, and pro poker players. On the internet, there are hundreds of sites evangelizing for Provigil, explaining how to get your doctor to prescribe it to you or how to get it without a prescription.
What if you could take a pill that gives you a mental edge? It makes you better at your job and even smarter too. Would you take it no matter the risk? Well, sounds like science fiction, but the future is now for people like Dave Asprey. There he is now. He swears by a little pill. It's nicknamed the Viagra for the brain. So, Dave, the pill you take every day is called Provigil. It's supposed to treat a sleep disorder called narcolepsy, which you don't have. So why do you take it?
I take it because it helps me be better at all of the things that I do. I'm a better father, a better meditator, a better entrepreneur. It helps across everything that you do.
Everything that you do. So you are a successful internet executive. Do you think that you'd be where you are in your career right now without Provigil?
Absolutely not. It's made a huge difference for me, both in business school when I got my MBA at Wharton, as well as just in board meetings. I fly around the world 100 times a year, quite often, in order to go to different meetings and present on stage with very little sleep. The stuff is magic.
Magic. Okay.
It wasn't like that. He was completely in the moment. So he discussed, he said, I wasn't on Provigil when I was there. I actually don't take it anymore, but I did take it every day for almost 8 years with great benefit. And I was like, oh, wow, whoa, what? Like, what are you taking? So I tried it.
Yeah.
And I tried it. And the first time I tried it, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, this is real? Wow. Because it's not like coffee. Okay, and it's not like being high. It's some weird thing.
Yeah.
Some weird thing where you're like fucking sharp as shit.
Yeah.
You know, and it lasts for like 5 or 6 hours. And I only took a half of one of these little fuckers. It wasn't even like a full one. And I was really shocked. And then the first thing I thought of is, wow, now I know why people are reluctant to tell people about this stuff, because they'll be eating it like candy.
Now, we've grown used to hearing about athletes who take drugs to improve their performance, but now there is evidence that many students and academics might be doing the same. Smart drugs that enhance brain performance are becoming increasingly popular and more readily available. Drugs like Modafinil can enhance short-term memory and speed of thought, and a report from the Academy of Medical Sciences says that an increasing number of people are likely to turn to them before exams or during a tough spell at work.
Tori met with an expert here in East Texas who explains how this drug works and why it is so appealing to those who don't have a prescription.
The little white pill for some is life-changing.
I started taking it and it was just like a miracle drug. I had all the energy in the world.
Pam Norman's doctor prescribed Provigil to her 6 years ago when she was so fatigued she could hardly drive herself home after work. Now she's taking Nuvigil, a similar drug with a different chemical makeup, and she says she feels young again.
I can actually get out and mow the yard where my husband doesn't have to do all the yard work, and I can clean my house and cook supper, and yeah, it's just great.
Doctors say the medications work by sending chemicals to the brain that activate the sleep-wake center, leaving people feeling energized and alert for hours.
It's akin to putting up a fence between wake and sleep, so that wake will remain more effective, and as a consequence, when the person goes to sleep at night, sleep becomes more effective.
I was trying to get Provigil, and then my insurance company finally approved it, and so I started taking it, and wow, it's awesome. It's not like I get high off it or anything.
I was expecting Terry to be a little wired.
Put your head in, put your head out.
But he's an almost boringly normal family man.
Is that for everyone?
Except that after a full day's work, when his family go to bed, Terry goes back to the office.
So does it feel strange coming to work in the dark then?
Yes. When I first started doing this, it kind of felt almost like I had a superpower, because it felt like something that was special.
Yes.
Yeah. Now it's just a matter of it's my normal thing to do. So this is my office. This is where I spend most of my evenings and nights and mornings.
And days, presumably, as well.
For almost a year, Terry's been spending 100 hours a week working as a graphic designer, tanked up on modafinil. Its medical use is to treat sleep disorders like narcolepsy. For narcolepsy, modafinil means an end to crippling bouts of spontaneous sleeping. For Terry, it means twice the work and twice the income.
As far as my experience goes, there doesn't seem to be much of a downside there, and there are lots of benefits.
He popped a Provigil.
All right, so I guess let's do it. Let's see.
It took only 17 minutes for him to snap back. The world suddenly seemed brighter, he said. Dave compared it to the scene in The Wizard of Oz where it goes from black and white to color. And remember those cognitive tests? Even we could see it on the screen, a pronounced improvement over the day before.
So what if there was a drug that could give me an added focus, improve my short-term memory, and keep me awake for hours without the jittery come-downs of traditional stimulants? Medical science has come up with some drugs that can apparently make my brain work more efficiently. These drugs are termed cognitive enhancers, but are often known as smart pills. Developed for treating patients with illnesses like narcolepsy and ADHD, drugs like Modafinil have also been shown to improve the brain's performance in not only those with illnesses, but healthy individuals as well. This is pretty intriguing.
A little pill posing a provocative question. In a modern world where everybody wants an edge, how far are you willing to go? For Nightline, this is Dan Harris in New York.